Hey, movie fans, it is Friday, February 16th, and it is official. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer just dropped on Peacock. So if you do have Peacock and you've been waiting to watch Oppenheimer, now is your chance to see it. And I gotta tell you, this is a movie I'm glad I didn't see in theaters, not because it wasn't really made for the big screen, but simply because I was just really glad to have the subtitles on and catch as much dialogue as I can. With past Christopher Nolan movies, subtitles have become so important, especially with Pennant, which was his most recent release. And I'm certainly glad I got to see that at home for the first time watching. Subtitles were just so huge and crucial in that movie, and nonetheless, they really helped in this one. It follows Oppenheimer and obviously just the uh, role he played in developing the atomic bomb. And it was very thought provoking. I don't think entertaining would be the word I would say. Obviously, with the huge star studded cast, it was very entertaining to see all of them in their craft. And the huge standout, obviously, Cillian Murphy really nailed it. Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon, Josh Hartnett, Tony Goldwyn, Kenneth Branagh, Jason Clarke, and Emily Blunt, which was really surprising to see her deep dive into this character of playing his wife, Oppenheimer's wife. Very, like I said, thought provoking, made you think, and actually by the time the credits came up, I kind of just wanted to envelop and just kind of cast thoughts of what I just witnessed. Again, I don't know how much truth there is, but again, very thought-provoking and eye-opening. I didn't really know a whole lot of the Oppenheimer background or a lot of the, no pun intended, fallout that he came under scrutiny after the events and several years later. But very interesting and definitely worth a watch. To take a 3.5 hour movie with just heavy dialogue and make it interesting and to keep you awake and to keep you on track, they do a really good job. The really hard part was about the first hour really. There's a lot of just back and forth between time, and you really kind of have to stick with it. By the end of it, it all kind of goes full circle, as any good director does. And by the end of it, you can see how a second or third viewing would really help tie everything together. Again, the big standouts were just the acting and the caliber that these guys brought to this picture. Is very well done, shot beautifully, and the music done by someone who I've not heard of, Ludwig Göransson. Really well done. Again, 3.5 hours of a heavy dialogue movie, very interesting, very good. Definitely worth the view, especially for any of those that are history buffs. If you're a Christopher Nolan fan, you're going to love this because his handwriting is all over it. Some of the big if so factos, things to know, be aware of. There's a little bit of a nudity in it, about 15 to 20 minutes in. Kind of short scene. And then again, another small scene about an hour and a half in. But nothing really crazy. A lot of it, I do believe, does serve the story. It wasn't just carelessly thrown in there. Other than that, check it out if you're, again, interested in the Oppenheimer story. If you love Cillian Murphy, if you like Cillian Murphy, definitely check this out. He pulls no punches. Tom Conti plays a awesome Albert Einstein. The few scenes that he is in there really sells it as Albert Einstein. And overall, enjoyed it. Again, very thought-provoking, very humbling, and very, again, interesting. I didn't really know a whole lot, again, with all the scrutiny that he came under years later. So this was kind of a little bit of a history lesson for me. So I'm looking forward to kind of do a little bit more research into some of the events that actually took place and happened. But by the end of it, halfway through, it really starts to kind of follow a more linear path, which was kind of nice. Especially considering the first half of it was jumping around at different times. The only way you could kind of determine what time you were in was just looking at the wrinkles and the hair that the makeup did on the guys, which again, everything was really well done. Music was well done. Pacing was brilliant, especially for a heavy dialogue movie. I had every reason to nod off, but I was kind of right there with it, anticipating more of what was coming. So hats off to Christopher Nolan and their team. By the time the movie ended, like I said, I just kind of sat through the credits, and I expected the credits to go for a half hour, but really they were the shortest part of the movie. It was really impressive to see what was done at the capacity with the amount of crew and everyone that was involved. So again, Oppenheimer is now on Peacock. If you're interested in it, go check it out. If you watched it, please leave a comment down below what your thoughts were, and I would love to hear your feedback. Other than that, more movie news coming up. Speaking of Matt Damon, I do believe a new Jason Bourne movie is possibly in development. So we'll keep you guys updated. Hope everyone has a blessed weekend. We'll see you. Bye.